In a quiet, bustling town nestled between rolling hills and a winding river, lived a woman named Mara. She had no grand possessions, no house filled with luxuries, no carriage to take her around the town. What she did have, however, was something far more precious, a gentle heart and an unshakable smile that could warm even the coldest of mornings. Every day, long before dawn, when the streets were still wrapped in silence and mist curled around the lampposts, Mara would walk to the early flower market. It was a long walk, shoes worn thin, but she never complained. At the market, she carefully chose fresh roses, lily, and cheerful marigolds. With weathered hands, she crafted delicate garlands and small bouquets, each tied with a ribbon she saved from the day before. By sunrise, she would take her place near the old stone fountain in the town square. There she sat with her wicker basket full of flowers, greeting every passerby, workers, travelers, mothers walking their children to school, with a warm good morning and a smile that reached her eyes. She never pushed her flowers on anyone. She simply offered beauty, kindness, and presence. Though she earned very little, Mara never felt poor. Coins fill pockets, she often said, but kindness fills hearts. The townspeople began to know her not for her flowers, but for her grace. But one year, everything changed. Heavy rains came, unlike any the town had seen in years. At first, it was a soft drizzle. Then, day after day, the skies darkened, and the rain poured relentlessly. Streets turned to rivers of mud, roofs leaked, and spirits grew weary. The flower market struggled, petals wilted, stems snapped. Mara's garlands, once vibrant and fragrant, lay damp and ruined before she could sell even a few. Yet she returned every morning, sitting under the broken wooden shelter beside the wall. Her dress was soaked, her feet numb, but her eyes still searched the crowd with hope. But people no longer stopped. They hurried past with umbrellas and impatient frowns, soaked in their own worries. No one greeted her, no one smiled back. Days passed with not a single sale. Hunger crept into her stomach, cold settled into her bones. And one morning, as she looked down at a basket of spoiled flowers, Mara felt something she had never felt before: defeat. For a moment, she closed her eyes and thought, maybe I should stop. Maybe kindness isn't enough. A tear almost fell. Then, through the fog of rain, she saw the faces around her. Faces filled with frustration, sadness, anger. And in her heart, a whisper rose softly. They need hope more than I need money. She stood up. With trembling hands, she raised a bundle of wilted marigolds and called out, please, take these flowers. Not for money, but for your heart. Even the rain will pass. People paused. A few turned. A woman took a rose reluctantly. A child giggled and grabbed a daisy. A tired man, soaked and silent, accepted a marigold. Mara smiled at each one. The day may be heavy, she told them softly, but you still carry light. Word began to spread not about her flowers, but about the woman who gave joy for free. Days later, when finally the clouds began to break and the sun peeked through, a man approached her. He wore a neatly pressed white shirt and carried a small key and folder. His face held recognition and gratitude. Are you Mara? He asked. She nodded shyly. My name is Jonas. Last week I passed by here. I was angry, lost. Business had failed. My father was terribly ill. But you handed me a flower and said, it will pass. It was the first time in weeks I felt hope. He held out the key. I own a small flower shop nearby. It has been closed for months. I want you to have it. I cannot pay you back for what you did, but I can give you a roof so your kindness can keep blooming. Mara stood frozen. A shop? For me? Tears gathered in her eyes. You don't owe me anything, she whispered. Jonas smiled. Your smile saved me when I owed myself everything." From the next morning onward, Mara opened the little shop. Inside, she arranged fresh flowers in glass vases, placed garlands in baskets, and filled the air with gentle fragrance. She named it Petals of Grace. Soon, people visited not just to buy flowers, but to speak with Mara, to receive a kind word, a blessing, or a little ribbon-tied bouquet that carried healing. Years rolled on, seasons changed. Mara became known as the Lady of Flowers, the one who believed in giving, even when she had nothing left. One rainy day, long after her shop had flourished, Mara noticed a young girl outside shivering, holding a basket of wilted flowers, eyes full of despair. Mara stepped outside with an umbrella and said gently, "Come, child. Don't let the rain steal your hope." "But my flowers are ruined," the girl whispered. "No one will buy them," Mara smiled, the same warm smile that once saved her own heart. "Then give them away. Not every flower must be sold. Some are meant to heal." The girl hesitated, then nodded slowly, and so the cycle of kindness continued. True richness is not found in what we keep, but in what we give. Life will bring storms, losses, and lonely days, but we can choose how we respond. Even in the darkest moments, a single act of kindness can change a life. Like a flower in the rain, compassion may seem fragile, but it has the power to bloom through any storm.